So Pimax have just had their latest Frontier thingy-majig. Unfortunately, I missed a live stream, so I'm going to watch it myself now, and I thought, why not just record myself doing a reaction? I've never done it before, and maybe someone will be interested in what I have to say. I'm hoping to see news on the 12K, what's going on with that, and fully expecting to see news about a core crystal, you know, without the battery and all that pointless gubbins, and hopefully an OLED one, because that would just be amazing. So, yeah, let's just get going. Move on to here. I haven't seen any of it, and I don't know if it's just voiceover or narrated now, because I think that Josh, as far as I'm aware, Josh isn't with Pimax anymore, I think. And I'm not going to watch an whole intro. I'm not really going to skip much, but we don't need an intro or anything overtly boring. Alright, fair enough. The raging cat with me down here. Hello. Frontier 2020.
Welcome to Pimax Frontier.
Survivor.
I'm Martin, and with my colleagues and
These
our
videos
partners,
back in the
we'll
day.
take you through some big announcements coming from Pimax. Today, we'll not just have one, but several new products to announce.
Alright,
Actually,
several
the
new
whole
products.
presentation is filled with new releases right until the end.
Wouldn't be Pimax
Let's
if
look
it
back
didn't,
for a
did it?
moment. The
That's
Pimax
one
Crystal
thing.
is the first VR headset
That's one
in the
thing we
third
complain
generation
about.
of
They
Pimax
just
products.
scattergun
Each Pimax
products
headset
at the
has been
market
innovative
instead of
in its
focusing
own
on
way,
something.
starting with the 4K in 2015, followed by the 5K and the 8K. The Crystal has
He
been
sounds good
received
though.
really
Sounds
well
like
and is
a
used
bit
by
more natural
designers,
presenting
flight
than
and racing
Josh
simmers,
maybe.
commercial pilots, and VR
I
enthusiasts
did like
all
Survivor's
around the
channel
world.
back in the day.
Let's hear from some VR industry experts.
Hi, I'm Alan Truly, a freelancer covering VR for
This
digital
guy.
trends and mixed. I'd recommend the Pimax Crystal to anyone looking for the sharpest consumer VR headset available for
Yeah,
Windows
he's
PCs.
got a point.
This is Michel from Overtake.gg,
I know
and
Overtake,
the Pimax
but
Crystal
how many of
with
these
its
are there?
clarity and FOV really takes sim racing to the next level.
Hello everyone, it's Skill here from the Grim Reapers, and I think with its image quality and its
Oh, these are a bit
versatility,
cringe to be
the
fair.
Pimax
Let's skip
Crystal
through
is the best
this.
VR headset currently available for PC.
I mean, they're not wrong, but
Pimax
I
Crystal
feel
is a
like little
great VR headset for
scripted
use
bits.
in sound and really high
Not with Pimax,
clarity
I'm
and a
sure
great field of view.
I would hope they believe what they're saying, because they're not
racing
wrong.
simulations, and the
Here's
crystal's clarity
a
and
seated
resolution is
headset,
so
you know,
high that it
perfect
can
for
rival
Sims.
triple screens.
Can use it for everything, but
Hey
it's a
everyone,
seated
Wags
headset.
here from Eagle Dynamics. Thanks to its great ECS
Oh no.
Headset to
Oh.
use aspheric glass lenses, allowing for incredible clarity never seen before. This got us numerous nominations and awards, including the 2024
They are good
CES
lenses, but they're
Innovation
not
Award.
as good
Glass lenses are a bit harder
as
to
the
make,
Quest
and
3.
a
They're
bit
not
heavier in
edge-to-edge
weight, but the
clarity as
benefits
well
are
as
huge.
good as the
The
Quest.
resolving power is just much higher with glass lenses. That means the ability to differentiate two lines in an object. In VR terms, that refers to a much higher clarity. Not just
Can't
that,
argue with the
but
clarity.
the eye box of aspheric glass lenses is bigger compared to plastic lenses. Some call it the sweet spot. Everyone's eye shape is different.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I
eyes
find
are
it
also
pretty good in the
spheres that
Crystal,
are
but
constantly moving around,
nothing
requiring
compares
specific
to
optical
really, for me, the
properties
Quest
to
3 or
correct
the
eye
Pro.
movements.
They don't have
Our
a
glass
sweet. The
lenses are
lens is
very
a sweet
adapted
spot,
to
pretty
reduce
much. I mean,
optical
that is more like
distortions,
looking through a
often
window
called
than
pupil
anything else,
swing.
because
Crystal is not a small form
perfect
factor
edge-to-edge.
headset, mainly because we wanted to have more
still
room to
overall, the Crystal
accommodate
is
options
obviously a
and
better
features.
image. I mean, it
The
costs
user
vastly
can even wear
amount
glasses
more.
inside, and there's space for eye relief. Also, the
I know all
design
this
is more
about
comfortable
the
than
Pimax
its offer
Crystal.
future HMDs, and it's a proven product from which we can add foundation.
I'm going to skip on a little
And we're
bit.
not done yet.
Okay, here we go.
A lot of people asked us why we put a Qualcomm XR2 chip, battery and standalone features into the Crystal. Well, the Crystal from the start has been designed to be a wireless PC VR headset.
We
to
have
take
all
on the
been wondering
challenge.
that, because how long has it been
High fidelity
out?
at full resolution, low latency,
And we don't have wireless and
indistinguishable
stuff.
from tethered PC VR. So let's look at our 60D Airlink.
I mean, it seems to me like, are they now going to be announcing that they are releasing the Crystal without all the gubbins in? Well, they've done it the wrong way round. They should have done that in the first place. Then when the wireless was ready, release the one with the battery and stuff. Like, you know, I don't get it. It's back to front.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
But wireless, awesome. It's coming.
It's unbelievable.
On one hand, you know, it is awesome, but
Internally,
it
we've
is
been
a
testing
heavy
the 60T
headset
Airlink for over
with
a
a
year
lot
now,
of
and we've
momentum when you're
finalized the
moving
hardware.
around. So it
The
is a
Airlink set comes
headset
with a combined transmitter and
really
receiver,
suited for seated
plus a
play and
dongle
stuff,
for on
which
the
you don't
headset.
need wireless for. So,
The dongle is extremely light and barely adds any weight.
but yeah, for
Meanwhile,
games
the
like
combined transmitter and receiver connects through HDMI
FPS
with your
games that
computer.
aren't so
It
fast-paced
just serves
and
as a
stuff,
display
yeah, it will
output
be
for
awesome.
your PC. The dongle connects with a micro HDMI to the headset on the dedicated part and clicks to the headband. There is continuous data transfer at high speed between your PC and the headset. Your headset sends the tracking data and inputs from your controllers to your PC, while your PC creates the visuals and sends them back to the headset. Unlike previous WiGig solutions, you don't need to assemble any parts in your computer, meaning this will also work on laptops. And unlike other solutions before, such as the HTC wireless adapter or the Novio for the Valve Index or the TP-Cast for the Oculus Rift, our 60T Airlink is an integrated solution. It's not an afterthought put onto the headset. All parts in the headset are designed to work together.
A nice bit
So
of
it
kit,
adds little weight,
just that
it's
on
very
top.
easy installation, and it uses
That's
the
little
headset's
weight. Well,
integrated
the weight was
battery
already
chipset.
there. That's why the battery and
And
all
it just looks
everything
so much more
was
elegant.
already there. So
We
you're saying
would
you
like to
had
remind you
little
why
weight.
we
The
really
weight was
wanted to
added to
develop the
begin with
60T Airlink module.
for doing
We
this.
can focus on two aspects, the user case and the technical aspect. But first, the user case. VR is all about immersion, and having a wire, in some cases, is not that ideal.
True.
For VR games with a lot of movement, you either need a pulley setup or always think about where you are standing. Even turning around is difficult as you
A
may
lot of
twist
movement's
or damage the
fine,
cable.
but not a lot of fast movement. Not with
Many
this
people
headset.
develop a cable sense while in VR, meaning that even though you are immersed in another world, you're still thinking about where the cable is in relation to your real feet. And that sense is always there. And to go untethered means you can turn around, jump, dance, walk around freely without having to think
Don't
about
be
the
jumping
cable.
and dancing
It's not just
really
freedom
in a
for your
crystal.
body,
It's
but
not
also for your
ideal.
mind. This is really so
can.
much more immersive. Of course, having a wire is not a problem for many VR content, such as movies or seated sims. Tethered and wireless both have benefits.
Yeah.
But freedom means the ability to choose. Then there's the technical aspect. We found that many VR gamers today use standard Wi-Fi protocols to play PC VR games. But this approach diminishes much of the benefits of PC VR technology. Compression caused by bandwidth limitations affects the visual quality of PC VR, and latency diminishes the smoothness of the frame rates. Low latency isn't just much more immersive and better for interaction with the game, it can also prevent motion sickness.
Yeah.
And it's not even so much about the resolution of the game or the panels in your VR headset, but compression, artifacts, and latency caused by limited bandwidth when using standard Wi-Fi data transfer. Obviously, the whole goal is to have the same visual experience as using a wire. And for wireless,
VR
that
chat
just means
comparison. Who's
high
playing VR
resolution,
chat worrying
high
about
refresh
compression?
rates, minimal compression required, no compression artifacts, low latency, no glitches, and a stable connection. And all of this requires high bandwidth. Even if you use Wi-Fi 6E, the fastest form of Wi-Fi available for VR headsets now, and you optimize it perfectly, well then still the bandwidth is so limited that the visuals you receive in your headset are heavily compressed, regardless of how high your rendered resolution is. Not only that, many people experience noticeable latency that can significantly undermine your gaming experience. WiGig technology is different from Wi-Fi 6E because it transmits on the 60 GHz frequency, while Wi-Fi uses 2.4, 5, or 6 GHz. These are commonly used frequencies full of signal interference from loads of other devices. The 60 GHz
Like me having a
frequency
little
isn't just
swig of
much
drink then
faster,
wasn't
it has
exceedingly
no signal
loud.
congestion.
Didn't think about that.
Even more because we're creating a dedicated network, specifically for your computer with the headset. This means there's minimal signal interference and a much bigger bandwidth, so we can carry much more information. So what can we say about our Airlink then? It supports the full resolution of the Pimax crystal at 2880 by 2880 per eye, and it does so at 90 Hz refresh rate. It has ultra low latency, and the expected battery life is 2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours?
This is the best solution for untethered PC VR right
Pretty
now.
good. Bear in
We're
mind
ready
it's
for you
got
to
the
make
hot
a
swappable
reservation
battery
because
as
we're shipping
well,
to customers in Q3 this year.
which is pretty
We've
awesome.
also set the price plus a crystal plus
That's
Airlink
how I
bundle
missed
will
that.
be
When was
available.
that? Reserve now,
We've also
shipping
set the
Q3.
price plus a crystal
It's
plus
alright.
Airlink bundle
I'll
will be
expect maybe
available
by the end of the
and
year
will
then.
provide current crystal users with a
$300.
discount.
$50. Nice.
And we're not done yet.
That's a reasonable
The
price
crystal
considering
still
how much the
provides
Vive
highest pixel per
wireless
degree
cost.
for consumer VR out there. The Crystal is our first headset that can reach VR 3.0 standard.
3.0
This is a
standard. Who's
standard
come
we
up?
shared before. For us, that's visuals bordering
Say it
human
like it's
vision, more ways to
an accepted
interact with
thing,
VR,
something
and
Pimax
the
have come up
freedom
with.
to choose how you wish to enjoy VR. In our roadmap going forward with new products, we always stay true to those values. Since the Crystal has been shipped to users around the world for various use cases, we have collected a lot of feedback and suggestions, and we made numerous software improvements and optimizations.
The software is
based
pretty
on
good
your
now,
input.
as it has had
Now
a
we know
number of
what you want.
improvements.
A true next-gen flagship headset packs an even higher pixel count, a wider field of view, and a greater focus on PC VR in particular, a higher clarity, greater realism, and a more immersive experience. You may see where this is going. At the same time, we also gain experience from previous VR headsets, not just developing the hardware and software, but all facets of conducting ourselves as a company. And we want to give our users flexibility as we always done that. The Crystal can be used with lighthouse tracking as well as inside-out tracking, purchased with or without controllers
I haven't got
or
the
with hand tracking module.
lighthouse
It
tracking.
has also 3 different lens options and dozens
Mine's
of
still a loan
settings in
unit
the
from
Pimax
Pimax. If I bought it,
software.
I'd definitely have the
Today,
lighthouse
we go
tracking
even further.
module.
Built on the magnesium exoskeleton, we've developed a headset based on the Crystal current technology that takes the key specs even further.
Okay.
You can call it Super.
What? So is this the first unveil? Is this not something we were expecting? Were you? Don't you get too feisty on my lap. Pimax Crystal Super. I don't know how many the current one has, so...
These are the panels. The Crystal Super uses the latest QLED panel technology with a total amount of 29.5 million pixels. That's way more than the Crystal and even more than the Apple Vision Pro. That translates to a resolution of 3840 times 3840 pixels per eye. We love QLED technology for the fantastic color range it provides. And thanks to our aspheric glass lenses, combined with the panel's brightness of 200 nits, the colors are now even more vibrant. With the aspheric glass lenses, nearly all of the brightness and the colors will reach your eyes.
That's important.
The panels are made
Because
of several
if you
layers,
used PSVR 2, how bright that is, it makes such a big difference to immersion.
LCD and QLED panels is that the whole panel is backlit, which means that areas that should be black appears as dark gray. That's why our QLED panels has a mini LED back panel with 912 zones per eye that can turn off and on individually. The amount of local dimming zone have increased by 58% compared to the panels of the Crystal.
That could be awesome, because the
So
local
for instance,
dimming,
if you're racing
when you
or
have it
flying in
on
VR at night,
any of the
local dimming makes your
presets,
environment look realistically
you get
dark and
a
convincing.
lot of blooming.
The Crystal Super uses next-generation aspheric glass lenses, and they're
Surely with
beautiful.
much more
Compared
areas
to the Crystal
of local
optics,
dimming, you
the
won't
surface
have.
of the new glass lenses is 30% bigger, and it also provides a significantly bigger field of view.
Yeah.
Not just that, the
Like
Crystal
what?
Super also has interchangeable lenses. We're calling it Interchangeable Lenses 2.0.
Because that went so well with the
An
current
additional
Crystal.
vertical protection layer has been added for double protection against dust coming into the lens barrel. The tilted protection layer remains, as it's also used for eye tracking. The default Crystal Super lenses provide a super wide field of view at an image quality of 50 ppd or pixels per degree. Then we also have additional lenses with even higher fidelity and greater sharpness at 57 ppd.
Really? Well, I'm not sure what the point of that
some
is.
Field of view. The Crystal Super also comes with eye tracking. One of the benefits of eye tracking is that it enables auto IPD.
God, this is, I wasn't expecting this headset. I was really just expecting the ones that MRTV talked about. Maybe an OLED one and a core one. Hopefully use on the 12K, but this is freaking awesome.
If you are wondering how your computer can render VR games with high graphics settings and native resolution of 3840
Be interested to know what the real world use FOV increase
while
is, though.
maintaining the high frame rate, well,
How
this
on
is how.
earth? Well, we need the
The Pimax
5090.
Crystal Super is a PC VR only headset
Simple as that.
and does not have a battery for
Good.
wireless connection.
Good.
The power supply is provided through the DisplayPort cable. The headset has 4 external cameras dedicated for inside-out tracking that tracks 6 degrees of freedom head
surely-
movements as well as controllers. So you don't need to buy external base stations for tracking, which helps save on expenses
surely
as well
that's
as the
gonna be an
hassle of
option.
installing base stations. Like the Crystal, the new Crystal Super has a replaceable front cover. So
Good.
if you want to use the
Sounding
Lighthouse base
awesome.
stations for tracking of the headset and compatible Lighthouse controllers, you can do so with an optional Lighthouse faceplate. We're still working on the mixed reality mode for full color pass-through using built-in cameras for the MR cover accessory.
I'm not too
The
fussed
Crystal
about that.
Super
I mean,
can
it's good
also
that the
use it
Crystal has
when it's
pass-through.
up.
It's terrible
In fact,
pass-through,
we were
but
in
I
an
love that,
advanced
like the
development
Quest,
stage,
double tap
but
it.
we ended up
I can reach for a
increasing our
drink and
technical
stuff. You wouldn't use it for any
requirements
games,
since
it
we
is
first
bad,
announced
but
it,
it's
mainly to increase
practical.
the pass-through image quality
It's
and
awesome that it's
resolution,
got that.
especially since the Apple Vision Pro came out. Now, let's look at the field of view. While the PPD or pixel per degree of Crystal Super is much higher than before,
don't talk about the
the
wide
maximum
FOV
field
lenses.
of
No
view
one cares
has
about
also
that.
been increased by a large margin compared to the Pimax Crystal, even when used with its wide field of view lenses.
That compared, that's
The
awesome.
majority of today's PC
I mean, or
VR
it'll be,
headsets have around
you know,
100 degrees of horizontal
give or
field of
take.
view, while premium enterprise headsets offer around 120 degrees of horizontal field of view.
But it's got to be a
With
nice
the
big
default
bump.
lenses of the Pimax Crystal Super, we surpassed that. The same applies for vertical field of view, which is now significantly improved. In terms of the pixel per degree amount,
'Cause, the
using
FOV in the
default
Crystal's
lenses of
alright.
Crystal Super, we are achieving approximately
But
50 ppd. If you want even higher clarity, you can
This,
swap to optional lenses that
This
can
is sounding
achieve
pretty
57
awesome. God knows what the
ppd.
price will be.
That level of pixel density is very close to human vision,
And
which
wh-
normally is rated
and when it's gonna
around
be out.
60 ppd. So the Crystal Super is super in field of view, PPD, and weight. But what will it cost? We have designed this headset to have or even surpass enterprise performance specifications tailored for VR enthusiasts and prosumers around the world who wants the best high-end PC VR headset at a reasonable price. And we'll be selling the Crystal Super for $17.99 US.
Excluding
so there it lines
VAT.
up. Pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
This price includes a pair of 6-degree freedom controllers, which have
Yeah, I
multiple
wonder if they'll do
triggers,
these,
analog joysticks,
the
several buttons,
like the SIM
an
package,
infrared tracking ring,
where
and
you don't
haptic
get the
feedback.
controllers.
But that's not everything. At Pimax, we always want to go where no one has gone
Just
before.
get the faceplate.
So there's one more thing.
One more
we
thing?
spoke about QLED panels.
Okay.
But what about OLED or micro OLED?
Yes.
A lot of people saw the Apple
That
Vision Pro
headset
and
with
wondered
OLED.
if Pimax would ever develop a micro OLED
cat
headset,
hairs flying around here.
especially with glass
You.
lenses.
Ah.
The Apple Vision
Nah.
Pro has great features and clarity, but it isn't a PC VR headset. And it's a bit sad that such a great VR headset cannot be used natively for all those great
Sorry
PC
about that.
VR games and simulators. We have listened to your feedback and obviously considered this. Let's first look at the differences, starting with the micro OLED advantages. Micro OLED have higher pixel density. Even though there's no screen door effect on the Crystal QLED panels, the pixel density of the micro OLED panel is even higher.
Yeah.
Furthermore, when it comes to the contrast and black levels, micro OLED pixels can be turned completely off individually, meaning pixels can be true
So,
black down to the individual pixel.
Is it going to be a super
And even though
OLED?
our QLED panel have
literally-
912 local dimming zones per eye, which also provides true blacks, micro OLED panels do take the edge regarding blacks and contrast ratios. Now, let's look at the micro OLED disadvantages.
super as an OLED,
Micro
take my
OLED
money.
technology is still relatively new and expensive to manufacture, with low yield, making these
Yeah,
displays
what's it gonna
pricier
be?
and with limited supply. Micro
least
OLED panels are very small, and due to the manufacturing
$22.99
equipment,
or
the screen
something.
cannot exceed 1.5 inches, so the field of view
smaller
cannot be
FOV.
that large. Micro OLED panels are very bright, but usually they're matched with the resin pancake lenses, so the amount of light that actually reaches the user's eye is very low. How about QLED panel advantages then? QLED is currently the most advanced screen technology for VR, except for the contrast ratio, which is low. So yeah, QLED are more vibrant and realistic lenses. Gives us so both panel technologies have different benefits depending on the use case.
Halfway.
We also often discuss this internally, and we found out that maybe it's best to let you decide
Yes,
this for
thank
yourself.
you. Nice.
But how to do that then? Putting micro OLED displays in a PC VR headset with glass lenses is a reasonable option, but we don't want you to buy two separate headsets for different use cases. It's a bit of a waste, not just for your wallet, but also for the environment. We cannot put them together, or can we?
What?
Well, our solution is this.
Seen this already, haven't we? This graphic. Interchangeable lenses, yeah. I mean, what are you saying? Interchangeable display or something? Forget that. The optional lenses. Forget it. Am I missing? What about? Have I misunderstood something? Maybe I was talking over. New controllers are cool, by the way. Isn't it? Okay. I feel like I'm waiting for something to drop. Let's. Okay, I feel swapping the lenses was a bit dumb, but that's kind of awesome. It's kind of awesome.
Did you see that? I am happy to tell you that the Pimax R&D team has been working hard to create the world's first replaceable optical engine head-mounted display patented by Pimax. The purpose of this modular design is to allow great user flexibility and options.
Yeah, better for them as
You can
well.
both get the micro
Manufacturing,
OLED and
surely.
QLED version of the Crystal Super and easily swap between them by quickly replacing an optical
what did
engine
that line
Super
say? You can
and
get both the
easily- you can
micro
both get the
OLED and
micro
QLED
OLED
version.
and QLED version of the Crystal
so it is a
Super and
okay,
easily
yeah.
swap between them by quickly replacing an optical engine, which is a single detachable module. The optical engine refers to both the panel and the lenses. So let's say you want to watch a movie. You put in the micro OLED module for the highest possible clarity and black levels. But when you go sim racing and you need more field of view, you simply swap back to the Crystal Super QLED module.
Cool. I mean,
So what's up with that?
it's
Has
gotta be
Pimax gone crazy?
I mean, that's pretty
inventing this?
awesome. It's
Maybe
got to
not
cost
so
a
much.
fortune.
There are several reasons for this.
I mean, that
approach.
is awesome.
This saves you money because
mean, that
you
is
don't
like-
need to buy two separate headsets. VR enthusiasts do have a hard
That is kind
time
of having the
choosing.
best of
In
every
fact,
possible
many
situation.
Of you own more than 10 VR headsets. It gives a longer life. Many of you own more
Oh, in fact, many of you brother. Yeah, not right. I haven't got 10 now. Certainly had 10. No, but but that's a brilliant graphic.
than 10 VR headsets. it gives a longer life cycle for product owners, and
My
it's
God,
better for the
I didn't.
environment. It comes with virtually no extra cost or downsides.
Was there hints
we
of
already
this?
know
I don't
users
even. I
love
didn't. This
to
wasn't
love
even
the
on my
headsets.
radar.
And this allows for additional feature add-ons and optional modules.
I would never have guessed
Additionally,
this.
this ensures cheaper and easier repairs and
Oh, yeah?
replacements of parts. Now let's look at our micro OLED panel.
can't think
It's
of
super
this
high
is
res,
something that been
has a response
they've
time
talked
of
about.
microseconds, high definition, high refresh rate, high contrast, and the panels are thin and light. Each pixel can turn on and off individually, so the black parts of the image turns completely
I mean, I
black
can't wait to
down
have an
to the
OLED headset
individual
or
pixel.
whatever. I mean, I do want
And
to
all
get a
this
big
is
screen, try that as
specifically
well.
made with PCVR
I haven't
in
had
mind.
OLED since the Quest
The
1
pixel
and
pitch,
then
or
the
rather
Vives
the
before
distance
that.
between dots on the display, is also really small, allowing for very high pixel density. Even though QLED version of Pimax Crystal Super and the Pimax Crystal have no visible screen door effect, the PPD on the Crystal Super Micro OLED is even higher. Pixels and colors neatly blend into each other,
Crazy.
bordering human vision. We use glass pancake lenses on the Micro OLED optical engine. In fact, Pimax is the only VR manufacturer using glass lenses. Our unique lens design has multiple benefits, mainly a bigger field of view than conventional pancake lenses. Since we use glass lenses, we do minimize and sometimes even completely eliminate a lot of optical issues and difficulties. No more reflections, no
Yeah,
God rays, glass
Crystal is
lenses
good for
have
that.
zero glare, there's no
Yeah.
tunnel vision, they allow for a bigger eye box or sweet spot, they have a high resolving power, and high light transmittance, meaning higher brightness for the user. Lastly, glass lenses have increased hardness, higher durability, and more corrosion-resistant material. This headset is made for PCVR, so you're likely using it with your computer.
We've got to be using
Portability
your
and
computer,
form
haven't you?
factors are not key priorities for us, while comfort and visual quality are.
But you could use
It's
someone
the
else's
first
computer,
micro
so it's
OLED headset with glass lenses.
computer.
For extreme clarity, a big sweet spot, no glare, no ghosting, with high brightness and a bigger field of view than any other headset with pancake lenses. Crystal Super is bigger than some other micro OLED headsets, although we have reduced weight, and for us that's more important than reducing size.
I guess I was hoping
We
12K
make
news.
zero
Maybe that is
compromises on
basically. I mean,
visual
that's
quality this way. The headset strap
I mean,
is
this
rigid,
is
made for comfort and
pretty awesome
counterweight,
news.
not for portability or travels.
When
Our
will it be
design has
available and
no
how much will it
overheating
cost?
issues and does not need additional fans or active cooling. We also have packed other great features such as integrated high-quality audio and inside-out tracking, so you don't need to use base stations.
But you can.
Also, the Crystal Super Micro OLED can run native resolution with maximum possible refresh rate. Finally, you can change the light on the front cover. Here we show green light for QLED and blue light for Micro OLED.
Wow.
But you can also change the light color manually within the Pimax Play software. So that's the Crystal Super with our most
Oh,
advanced
it's pretty
technology.
awesome. It's
The world's
pretty
first
awesome.
patented
Not fussed about the
interchangeable
optional
optical engine
lens.
for a VR headset.
Don't really need
It's
removable
available
swappable
with
lenses.
QLED and Micro OLED displays, integrated audio, 2 microphones, and both versions have glass lenses. The Crystal Super
yeah,
pushes the
oh, hang on,
boundaries
did it
since it
say-
has glass lenses.
What? Okay, it's not there, is it? Because they said about, bumping up to roughly 150 FOV, and that's the QLED one. So what's the drop if you go to the OLED? Don't think they said that.
The Crystal Super pushes the boundaries of what is possible in a VR headset.
Is it more
The
than what
QLED
we
version
currently
is
get?
available for $17.99 US, and you can buy the Micro OLED version for $19.99 US.
Right.
That's for the headset, including
Right.
controllers and the optical engine.
So
But you
both?
can also buy the full bundle, which is one headset and both optical
Pause it a
engines.
second there. That doesn't seem a bad deal. Unless I missed it, I haven't seen what the FOV difference is between the two, because that's really generally, I think we'd all think OLED's better. But it might, if it's a sizable increase going to QLED, then it would make sense. If it isn't really sizable, then everyone's just going to go for OLED, aren't they? Anyway, so I don't know yet. It's a cool idea, and it's exciting. I'm just really happy for the OLED one. So I guess we have to wait and see in real world terms what the FIV difference is, and if it's worth it for the super bundle. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool anyway, regardless. This is a pretty cool system.
For $23.99 US.
And the
That
price
sounds like a
seems,
great deal to me.
yeah, it doesn't seem
We
bad, to be
value it
honest
and
with
we're
you.
thankful
Obviously,
to all our
here
Crystal
we got
users.
to add
Therefore,
VAT
we're
on.
offering all Pimax Crystal owners a $399 US discount when they order any of the 3 Crystal Super options. And you can
What
reserve
about-
your Crystal Super already now.
What about the trading scheme? Like, I've got an 8KX here, and I've kept it. I would have sold it, but I've kept it because, you know, just trading it for the 12K when the day comes. What about for this one? Can we trade it in?
So we have the Crystal that is soon going wireless. Then we have developed the Crystal Super to achieve an even higher resolution, higher clarity and bigger FOV for tethered PCVR. But where else can we go?
Okay.
Crystal's magnesium exoskeleton and everything we've learned from it serves as a fantastic foundation. And we can do so much more with this. We can remove functions and make it lighter. So many PCVR gamers out there are using the Pimax Crystal, and not all of them show up in Steam VR survey statistics. People playing iRacing, Microsoft Flight Simulator or DCS, they often skip Steam VR altogether and run their simulations or games through OpenXR runtime, which adds extra performance and unique features. Still, we want to make the Crystal and its clarity available to more PCVR gamers. We're thinking about Quest 2 users, HP Reverb G2, Rift S, the Valve Index. If they consider a headset upgrade, where do they go to? Many headsets that were previously available to them have been discontinued. Therefore, we decided we want to provide the ultimate VR headset for everyone. And for us, that's 4 main criteria: low cost, great clarity with a super high pixel amount, good FOV, and a straightforward PCVR headset. Here we go.
But a light version, sort of high end for everyone. So it's got to be cheaper, right? Same form factor, is it? Seems to be. I keep doing this every time. It's basically the same same thing. Is it like a light? Oh, a light. I didn't like to, just as I said it.
So there you have it, the Pimax Crystal Lite. A fantastic PCVR headset, accessible to the mainstream PCVR user. It's affordable, and we'll get to the
It
price.
looks smaller than
It comes with
Is
high-end
it the same?
technology that surpasses the mainstream level of clarity. Our goal is always to push boundaries in VR. That often means bigger FOV, better lenses, higher refresh rates, higher pixel count, and new features. But this time, we've taken an approach into another direction, a lower price. Pimax Crystal Lite is available starting at a pretty low price. It's a pure PCVR headset and a simplified user experience. All the core functions needed are there, and we've reduced the weight by 30% compared to the Pimax Crystal. The ergonomics have also been optimized with the adjustment of the headband, the improvement of the rear foam, and the reduction of weight.
Yeah, nice. But let me just pause it there. They talked about going on attracting Quest 2 users and stuff, and obviously Reverb and all that. They want it to be like the go-to PC headset, but I assume this is their final. I think they said this is their final product they're doing, but just wouldn't it have been cool to have that headset with the ability to virtual desktop like the Quest can? And then it would be your one headset for everything. Because I still said if I could only ever have one headset right now, it would be the Quest 3 because it's your dual wireless, good for everything. But obviously, luckily I don't, and that's my gaming headset in the other room, and the crystal is here in the rig or for flight sims and stuff. But you know, it seems like, why couldn't you have that with just a battery and then virtual desktop? But anyway,
You still use the same glass lenses as on the Pimax Crystal with a pixel density of 35 ppd, but they're not interchangeable on the Pimax Crystal
not
Lite.
good. Don't need that.
The Pimax Crystal Lite needs no battery, as the power is supplied through the DisplayPort cable. The headset
Let me just reiterate. I'm not saying it need. I'm saying it would have been cool to have that, but just having it as them going this route, I think is still great. You know, a dedicated PC VR headset like the Reverb G2, etc. and stuff. You know, not everything needs to be wireless, but they just don't have that option out there other than the Crystal, it seems, whenever it comes out. They don't have a more accessible wireless headset. Anyway, I'll stop rambling on.
and controllers are tracked
But
with
this is,
built-in
yeah,
6
this is
degrees
pretty
of freedom
awesome.
inside-out tracking, so you don't need to buy any base stations. However, if you do want to use a different method of tracking, you can swap on the Lighthouse faceplate.
Yeah, and that's great. You
use
can
base
do that.
stations, as well as
Fantastic.
base station controllers, such as the Pimax Sword. Again, we want to bring high-end VR to as many people as possible, but we know that not everybody has a super high-end
So
PC
if you could
and
just
a
buy
graphics
that,
card. So we're doing 3 things to improve the
one
performance.
upgrade, that'd be a good upgrade. You know, if you
First is
just buy
fixed
that with
foveated
the
rendering
Lighthouse
2.0
without any
Pimax
controllers,
Play.
if they do the sim
We have to
package.
use fixed foveated because the Crystal Lite has no eye tracking to save on costs. With
Okay.
fixed foveated rendering, we can still get huge performance
Yeah,
gains.
but
It's
as long
quite
as you
easy to
can
get
turn
used
it
to,
off.
and the experience is very similar.
I mean, in Pimax Play, you can turn
When running games
it
with
on
fixed
and off.
foveated
So
rendering enabled, the center part of your view renders full resolution, while the peripheral vision is rendered in slightly lower fidelity. You barely notice this, but this approach can give you 10 to 30% frame rate boost. Fixed foveated rendering 2.0 will be available for Crystal Lite inside our Pimax Play software, including customization options.
brilliant. Yep. Good.
Secondly, we will offer upscaling. If you have a high-end or mid-range TPU, you can run most games in native resolution. But with a low-end TPU, such as the RTX 2060, you can choose to run the Crystal Lite at a resolution of 2160 by 2160 pixels per eye, which is the resolution of the HP Reverb T2, but then upscale to 2880 by 2880.
Nice.
Even if you run a game at a lower resolution, you still benefit from Crystal Lite's super high resolution panels because of the high pixel density
Yeah.
and the lack of
That's,
any
and
screen door
that's
effect.
an interesting point, because I've had it quite a lot of times where in certain games and stuff I am running, and in fact I run the Crystal at balance mode, not its full resolution generally. And on that, and even on other headsets, I've had messages going, "Oh, what are you doing? What's the point in having such a high resolution, you know, high-end headset if you're running it lower?" Because you're still getting the benefits. You can get the smoother gameplay by lowering it, but you've still got the benefits. Like it says, there's lack of screen door effect because of the high pixel density. So it's not all just about hitting that end number, that end resolution.
And the colors are just so good. Thirdly, Pimax Play has several refresh rate options such as 60, 72, 90,
Yeah, I
and
hope that's
120
improved a little
Hz.
bit.
You can also set a frame rate lock.
I tried
so
the
that frame
72 in the
rate
Crystal,
stays
and I
stable
didn't
and
like
smooth.
it as much as I liked the 75 and the
Lastly, the
8KX.
Crystal Lite also comes with controllers that pack 6 degrees of freedom tracking with triggers, joysticks, several buttons, as well as
Yeah, the
haptic
controllers
feedback.
are fine.
So the Crystal Lite comes in 2 versions, one without local dimming and one with
Okay.
local dimming for a slightly higher price.
So even here, even at this level, they're still offering more than one. So, you know, you got with or without the Lighthouse faceplate, with or without local dimming. They don't like things just to be simple for themselves, do they?
Both have glass spheric lenses and both run at a native resolution of 2880 by 2880 pixels per eye, unless you use its optional upscaling. It has multiple refresh rate options from 60 to 120 Hz. It has upscaling technology as well as support for fixed foveated rendering 2.0. The Crystal Lite brings the core experience of the Crystal at a much more affordable price, as well as a lighter package. The Crystal still has benefits in that it has eye tracking and it's compatible with the 60T Airlink for wireless PC VR, as well as
So how
standalone
much
features.
is the version?
You
Mini,
can pre-order the Pimax
mini,
Crystal Lite now,
did it say there?
as
Sorry.
well as standalone features.
Mini LED optional. Is that for the local dimming? So I assume that price they said was for the non-local dimming one.
You can pre-order the Pimax Crystal Lite now. We expect to ship the first batch at the end of May 2024.
As you know, we're never done. We want to go where no one has gone before. We push technological boundaries in VR. Pimax is an R&D company at heart. Pimax team is composed of top-class engineers and scientists who are passionate about VR technology. And we are always working on new innovation for VR.
Can't argue
As
with that.
mentioned before,
They clearly are.
we are working on the MR cover with full color pass-through and mixed reality features. We are trying out different options for future controllers.
Cool.
The 12K is also still under development and will release an update on the blog soon.
For now, this is our
You've just announced that super and everything, and it's awesome, but then is the 12K really much better than that? Assume the same but a bigger FOV at the end of the day? Don't know, because people don't know whether to wait or not at the moment, I guess.
our lineup. Crystal Super is our new flagship headset for tethered high-end PC VR users. And the Crystal
see
Lite
when
is
that's
the
coming
Crystal
out?
experience
So you can
more
pre-order,
affordable
but
for a bigger audience. The Crystal with the 60G Airlink module is the best option for wireless VR, and we're
so part of 12K trading program and priority order. Eh? Part of 12K trading program, priority ordering Crystal Super. And priority for ordering Crystal Super. Why is that over there? I don't get. What's it on about the Crystal Super over there
convinced
for?
that this will remain the best-in-class solution for the next upcoming years. Wireless PC VR in full resolution,
So can you not?
2880 by 2880
So is the
pixels
Super not
at
part of the
90
trading
hertz.
program?
Only the Crystal will support it. We will continue developing the Crystal in the next coming years, and new accessories will continue to come out for the Crystal, such as the MR cover. It's also better suited
Whatever happened to
for
that little
most GPUs out
base
there.
station computer thing?
High-end VR for everyone, choice
I
and
guess they
flexibility.
ditched that idea. It was a nonsense idea.
That's it for today. At Pimax,
It's
we're
enough.
always
It's pretty
innovating
awesome.
for our users to use the latest technology to bring the highest fidelity in VR or XR as you have it to VR users around the world. Thank you for your support.
Thank you,
and
Survivor.
please stay with us on this journey together.
Well, not really what I was expecting. Better than I was expecting. I thought we might, from what MRTV had said, we're just going to get a Crystal without the battery, and an OLED version. I thought, oh great, an OLED version would be awesome. But the Super, that sounds amazing. Did I miss? I'll have to go back and check there's release dates. I think it said you can pre-order now, but it's a lot of money, and I don't know if that's in the 8K, the 12K trading program. It didn't seem to make it clear there. It made it look like the just a wireless Crystal was. But anyway, I'll check on the website. But all right, well that's that. Not really what I was expected. The whole swap in and out of the OLED and QLED. I mean, it's awesome, but I guess we just have to wait and see how beneficial it is to ever change out from the OLED one. I would say there must be good reasons why they wouldn't do it, but this is Pimax, so who knows. Okay, well that'll do it. It's going to be quite a long video, I guess. I'm not really faff around editing, so if there was a lot of noise with the mic and the raging beard attacking the mic, sorry about that, but that's just the way it goes. Interesting stuff, interesting time ahead for Pimax. Let's just hope they try and keep to their release schedules. I still need to do a review of the Crystal. I do love it. It's not a perfect headset, what headset is. Alright, that'll do it for now. Any comments or questions, drop below and I'll always try to answer. Otherwise, I'll catch you later. Cheers.